Okay, so this was the one with the where we finally learned out Doctor Whale's secret identity. Turned out Whale was absolutely a red herring.
You're funny.
What? Shut up. Puns are horrible. I don't approve them.
You just.
Because I thought it was Monstro, because it was like whale. I was trying to think of all the whale characters. I'm like, there's no whales in Disney. No, turns out it was.
Well, it's not just Disney though, baby. It's fairy tale characters.
Well, I feel like we're gonna get into that, but so that started out with Regina still being upset over the death of Daniel, and Rumpelstiltskin wanted to train her, and like I said, I like the younger. I do like the younger version of her. There is a distinct.
You can see her.
She's more like they said, soft spoken. Yes, and innocent. She's not as like. She's not as much of a bit. No, I thought I swore. Bitch is fine. I thought it's. Anyway, yeah, she's not as much of a bitch, and the younger her is more like soft spoken and like she doesn't want to kill.
Yeah.
And then she like she says with Rumple later on when Whale goes to her mother's heart room, Regina's like, oh, I'm never gonna like I lost so many tracks, or my mom lost so many tracks of these hearts. God knows how many there are. And Regina's like, I never do that. And then she's like, whoops.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what heart he took. I captured so many I lost track.
Which I'm not saying it would, but maybe part of the problem is that you need your heart. That could maybe do it.
Maybe.
Well, because I assume, like, for both Daniel and the brother at the end.
Oh, like Frankenstein.
Yes, I assume that the reason they didn't work is because, well, that they went crazy. What I mean is because they don't have their heart in them.
Yes, their own heart.
Exactly, they have another person's heart.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming technically, if you ripped out someone's heart, made it magic, and then did the experiment, that probably would work.
Maybe.
But yeah, there's no way to test that. Anyway, but yeah, and then so Regina enlisted the help of Jefferson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's a nice guy and he's cute. He's not the Mad Hatter. He's just a dude with a hat.
Well, before he became the Mad Hatter, he was a dude with a hat and all that. But then,
but
he got
even in Storybrooke, he's still not mad. Well, he was going mad. No, the fact that again, he was just like, I want to see my daughter. But what if she hates me? What if she doesn't like the same?
You let me speak.
What if she doesn't like the same ice creams I like? What if she thinks that AC/DC's a bad band? I can't have that. It's not gonna work. Go on, to do your talk and your words.
So he was Jefferson, and he was just a regular farm boy with his daughter, and then, he did things for Rumpel and all that we've seen, and he did stuff for Regina. But when he did the thing for Regina, he was left in Wonderland, and then the Queen said, "We'll make another one," and that's what made him go mad, was the fact that he just wanted to go home. So this is him before he became the Mad Hatter.
But in Storybrooke, he's still not.
Yes, because he went mad because he was the only one who remembered. That was his punishment. That he remembered.
No, but I'm saying even in Storybrooke, he wasn't that mad.
He was pretty damn mad. Did you see all the hats he made and the fact that he kidnapped Snow and Emma and said make it work?
I'm saying compared
and then he tried to kill them.
Compared to the Disney version.
And then he went out the window and completely he was mad.
What I'm saying is compared to the Disney version or the Johnny Depp one, those were clearly like that guy. I'll give you those are more over the top. I'm just saying when I look at him, that I'm not like, oh, that's a Mad Hatter. Like, when you look at Charmin, he looks charming. And Regina, when she's in her outfit, you're like, that's the evil queen. But for him, I don't know, I don't really buy him as the Mad Hatter. He's just a guy with a hat that can teleport. Anyway, so yes, they brought this person over from another world, which just bringing on to my theory we're gonna go to Kingdom Hearts. It's all coming together. But they bring over Frankenstein. Well, okay, so yes, Victor Frankenstein. A lot of the nerdy people are like, it's not his name's not Frankenstein, it's the monster. I'm like, I really don't care. But the point is, they brought over Frankenstein.
Yes, the doctor.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. People want because his name is Frankenstein.
I know, because they're brothers.
No, the monster is not called Frankenstein. That's the common misconception. It's not. The monster is not called Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, people didn't want to say that, so it defaulted to Frankenstein. So people think the guy with the bolts in his neck is called Frankenstein, but he's not Frankenstein. He's just the monster.
Okay, what's his name then?
The monster.
Okay.
People are like, that's not right. I
Well,
don't.
they're brothers.
It's Frankenstein. Yeah, who cares?
So technically, he is Frankenstein because they're brothers. He is Dr. Victor Frankenstein. The last name is Frankenstein. So technically, he is actually Frankenstein because he's Victor's brother. It said, "Bring me back to my brother. I need to try waking him up again."
But we didn't know who was underneath that car. We just saw that.
He said the first one went out.
I think
He literally started his practice. Everybody knows the story. He started his practice when his brother died. He wanted to bring his brother back to life because he was so attached to his brother. That is the story. That's not a spoiler. That literally just happened. Were you not paying attention?
No, not really.
You're not paying attention moments.
No, because I was looking at Regina's outfits and they're very nice. I did like that. It was a very subtle thing, but I like how, like I said, I pointed out before, how when she was, I guess, for lack of a better word, innocent's fine. They were a lot like browner, paler, softer colors. And then after she killed, after she gave up on Daniel, then she started wearing the black, tight leather outfits and all that and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I did like how, like I said, when she was younger, she was much, like, even the way she spoke, she was, like, very soft and, like, kind of almost, like, shy and timid, and in the when she becomes the evil queen, she's, like, very abrasive and, like, intense. Because, like, even that scene where Jefferson, like, I think he says, like, I want a passport, right? And she's like, well, how can I do that? And he's like, you're the queen. Like, oh yeah, I am the queen, aren't I? Yeah, like, she's very soft and timid, and obviously, I was watching this episode and I was thinking, man, season 2 is just nailing it, because, like I said, after a while, I really stopped caring about the queen, because it's just like, yeah, we get it, she's evil, but I do like how, like, they're giving her more, like, they are giving her a bigger character now, like, you can see she is trying to be a better person for Henry. That's why she's going to Hopper. And, like, you saw her past of, like, she wasn't always evil. And it was actually, like, a struggle for her to become evil. It wasn't, like, I feel like her mom, it just happened. She was just, like, born evil. She's a bitch.
Yeah, well, her mom, it said in the show, her mom was born to, like, a Miller's family. And,
she just, no, but just, I
married up. Mm-hmm. And wanted the power, and magic just consumed her.
But yeah, I just like how, like I said, compared to it just was a much stronger, like, retelling of Regina, showing that, like, it's just her softness. And like I said, the scene with Daniel, like, that was actually very sad. Where Daniel came back for a split second, and like I said, I think it's because he did. But the point is, he was not himself. And even he told Regina, like, hey, I love you, but you gotta, move on. Or I think he said something like, find new love or something.
Find someone else,
Yeah, like,
love again.
Something to that point. But, like, I genuinely felt bad for Regina, which is kind of amazing, because, like, in season 1, she's such a bitch and a jerk, and in here, it's just like, oh, like, you actually genuinely, like, want... Like, I think she said something along the lines of, like, I don't know how to be happy, so I kind of just, like, force it.
Yeah.
Something like that is, like, But yeah, and even like she didn't have to, because like I said, like she could have just froze him, but she just like turned him straight to dust.
Yeah, so she completely.
Yeah, so he's totally gone. That's what I mean. Like there's that, like it was just good. Like I'm very much impressed. Like how much stronger so far it's been. Like there's not been a bad one. Henry got messed up. That was fun.
That was.
I'm sorry. I felt bad. Like
I mean,
I felt bad for a
it
split
was
second.
bad because of the kid, but it was hilarious.
See, I want to like Henry, but then he starts to get super annoying. I understand what he is because I'm a loser and I can relate to him. But, like, he needs to chill out. Because, like, obviously he's been reading that book for, like, a year. So he's got, like, all those ideas and stories and stuff in his head. But his thing is, like, he's like, oh, I want to be a knight. I want to fight dragons and do that. Like, well, and, like, Charming says, well, I mean, part of being a knight is you got to take care of your horse. Mm-hmm. And Henry's like, can I ride it? No, you have to take care of it for like a long time, but make the horse trust you, and then you can ride it. So can I ride it in a few hours, or yeah? So I like, as I'm saying, he's getting annoying in a new way, which is impressive. Because before he was like the curse, the curse, the curse, the curse. Now he's like, I want to be a knight, I want to be a knight, I want to be a knight. It's not as bad, but it's like, all right, Henry, calm down. Like again, like I would love to be Spider-Man, but you gotta go to Spider-Man school first. You don't just be Spider-Man. You don't just pop out of the womb Spider-Man. You gotta do the papers. You gotta sell your costume. You gotta fight a rival crew. You gotta go around in a crappy outfit made from like sunglasses and like duct tape. Then you get the nice outfit. Then you evolve into the nice outfit. On your graduation day, they're like, "Hey, here's your Spider-Man. Here's your web shooter, and here's your suit. Now go defend Port Perry." Not a lot of tall buildings in Port Perry. They're like 10 feet, or they're like 10 feet tall. So good luck with that. But hey, Spider-Man, you gotta be everywhere. What is wrong with my head? Why are you looking at my head? It's kind of freaking me out.
So you just revealed to the world that you are Port Perry Spider-Man.
Oh, no, I'm Port Perry Spearman in training.
Oh.
Yes.
So you're a Spider-Man in training in Port Perry. So that's
yes.
soon to come.
Yes. But yes, was there anything you liked about this one?
No, you pretty much said it all. I mean, I generally felt something for Regina when she had to, give Daniel up, and I don't know, it's seeing more than just the evil queen in her.
Mm-hmm. Like we have the new villain in Cora and her mom.
Oh, and we got introduced to.
I guess informally,
sort of introduced.
Hook joined the Emma's group.
Yes, and the last we saw of them was Hook trying to help them out to get home, and they came up to a pretty giant beanstalk with the mention of a giant.
Which I am so like I can't wait. I'm like one of those people. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm like a fan of the show now. So I'm so curious that like once we're done all this, I want to like read all the wikis and do all that stuff because I'm just curious. Like that's probably another like another universe or whatever. That's what I'm thinking is that like it's so the beings so far have been portals. But I'm thinking, well, maybe, what if this being opened a portal and then the being
I don't know.
I don't know. No, but yeah, I think no. Obviously, that I'm saying, I'm hypothesizing that's what because in the stories it's just the giant lives in the clouds. I'm hypothesizing that this being, as opposed to just making a straight up portal, it makes the beanstalk, which goes into a portal, which goes to another land.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. I want to see because, so just off the top of our head, we have Storybrooke, or like Earth, the Enchanted Forest, Neverland, wherever Victor Frankenstein comes from, and maybe this giant world.
You're forgetting one.
What?
Where did the Mad Hatter take?
Oh, Wonderland. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So 6. So, and like Jefferson said, he's been to lots of different worlds. So I'm just curious to see, like, once because I don't want to spoil everything for myself, but like, just how many worlds do they go to? Is there a Kingdom Hearts world? When do we get to it? Why haven't we got to it yet?
I don't know.
I'm just saying. The thing is, like, there's plenty of like Traverse Town or the world, and there's plenty of locations that would look like a normal town or whatever, but I would know it's Kingdom Hearts. I'm just curious, like, if it gets, like, in later seasons, you're just hopping around dimensions, or there's like, oh, we need I forgot my coffee here. I don't know. I'm continually being impressed by how much better season 2 is compared to 1.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Because, like I said, season 1 was just like, God, like, by the third Regina story, I'm like, all right, we get it. She had a rough childhood. She's sad. Whatever. Get over it. Like, now I'm actually like, oh, I'm actually interested to see, like, her character.
No, I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is why I like the show so much.
I'm just gonna say, I guess the only other last thing closing it out is, what was it? Oh, what was it? Yeah, when Frankenstein got his arm ripped off. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot to.
Well,
yeah, that, and I was trying to think of how to segue. That was my horrible segue. I'm not gonna go into a whole thing because obviously, like, I think it's so. As an outsider, I watched, like, these episodes tangentially. So, like, I think I was getting ready for work when I came out and I saw the ending to this episode.
Okay.
So, as an outsider, as someone who just knew this as, like, the Disney show, quote unquote, just like the live action Disney show.
In your opinion?
No, I meant, like, it was a show. It was just like all the Disney characters on, like on TV.
That's your opinion.
I would say most people, that's how they identify this show. That's why we're doing it on our Disney, because technically it's ABC. So why aren't we doing an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review soon? Maybe. But why? Like, I think a lot of people just view, like, outside on it. All right. People just view it as a Disney show. So as an outsider, when I got ready for this and I saw that Frankenstein was in the show, I was like, seriously? That's so dumb. Why is Frankenstein in the show? He's not Disney. He has nothing to do with Disney. This is the dumbest thing ever. And now as a fan of the show, coming to this, I accept it a little bit more. It makes more sense. Like, I wasn't like, this is garbage. By the same token, I am still kind of just like, because I think, I don't know, but I think Wizard of Oz is in it, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to say, I remember all the stunt cast, and I remember Mulan, and I remember Elsa and Anna. Off the top of my head, I don't think there's any other non-Disney stuff. Like, are there any other characters that are not in a Disney property? I don't know. Yeah, but I just, like, so it doesn't upset me as much now that I have context for it. It actually does make sense. I'm fine with all that.
Well, the Enchanted Forest is...
No, but he's from a different...
Like, there's stories
from fairy tales.
That are fairy tales.
I'm just saying, on a
that
Disney...
are not just Disney.
I'm just saying, on a Disney show, it's a little weird to have Frankenstein, because it's like, then... Why is it...
It's a show about
your
favorite fairy tale story.
But then you get into...
characters.
But then you get into a weird thing like, where's Frankenstein? Or, sorry, I meant to say, where's Dracula? Where's the Mothman? Where's Yummy Mummy? Where's Chocula? You know, like all those like the horror movie monsters, like the Mummy and all that stuff. Like where are those characters? And then it gets to stuff like what, like if it's just fables, and it's like then where's Hercules? Where's all the Greek gods? Where's Pocahontas? Like all that stuff. It's just like just
we might see some of those characters later. We might not.
where's the Incredibles? Sorry, I'm just kidding. No, but just like it's just like yeah, like I said, I'm not as upset about it as I thought because when I noticed that, I was like, oh crap, this is gonna be the one that broke me. I was totally fine with it. Like I said, I don't. It makes sense for the story and everything. I am just curious. Like again, it's a little weird to have a Disney show and have a non-Disney person on it.
Stories. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like that's the whole reason we're watching the show is because it's Disney. If it was again,
it's most Disney characters, yes.
Yeah, but again,
most fairy tales in the are Disney stories.
Well, I was just saying. I'm saying Disney's done like 90% of them, but like if they did the Princess and the Pea in this, you wouldn't be like, oh, awesome, the Princess and the Pea. Yeah, you'd be like, who the heck is this? You're like, get out of here. Go get Manoa. Go get Spanish Princess.
Those movies aren't even out yet.
Well, neither is season 6. They're filming it right now. You don't know. Maybe Spanish Princess is in it. Where's Sophia the First? Alright, but overall, just any last closing thoughts? I would just like to take this opportunity to say, hashtag, love your bae.
Oh my god, please stop.
Love the bae with.